The most recent poll, practically a toss-up between Mayor Bass, Los Angeles City Council member Nithya Raman, and Spencer Pratt, of course known for his early 2000s stint on the Hills. For more on this pivotal race, we are joined by tech entrepreneur Adam Miller, who is running to be the next mayor of Los Angeles. It's good to see you again. And why don't we start with homelessness tonight? I'm a Californian as well. It is such an issue for our state. There's extra pressure in LA right now because the city's going to see World Cup matches in just a couple weeks, then the Summer Olympics in 2028. One plan backed by Mayor Bass is to quickly set up more tiny homes and other housing to help replace some of the tarps and the tents on city sidewalks. In your eyes, is this the solution? And what would you do differently as mayor?
Well, Natasha, thanks for having me again. Look, tiny homes is part of the solution. I've been running an organization called Better Angels for the last few years, working on providing a holistic solution to this homeless epidemic that we have. And it's all around us. It's a complex problem, but we need a holistic solution. That's the only way we're going to solve it. So just creating tiny homes, that's not going to solve it. We have to have more prevention. We have to allocate more resources to keeping people off the street. We have to clear the encampments. We do need more interim housing. Tiny homes are part of that. And we must provide services at the shelters because that's the only way to keep people in the shelters and not going back to the same encampments that they came from.
Do you believe
it's the only way we're going to solve the problem?
Do you support the clearing of these encampments, sweeping clearing of these encampments ahead of these major events?
Not just ahead of the major events, we need to do it now. It's dramatically impacted the quality of life for all Angelenos. It's hampered small businesses. It's made schools less safe. It's created issues for everybody everywhere in this city, and we have to clean it up with urgency. But the only way we can do that is if we have somewhere for those people to go. We can utilize the 25% of shelter beds that'll go unused tonight and every night. But we also need more interim housing.
Why is the situation so bad? What do you think is behind it?
It's poor execution. It's not money. We've spent $10 billion. It's not people. We have thousands of people that work on the homeless problem. It's management. We've been ineffective at managing this problem, optimizing the budget, and getting people off the street into treatment and into recovery.
You've recently unveiled an online platform reimagining a more modern city hall in Los Angeles. It's called Fix LA. It would allow residents to track city services, infrastructure projects, and government performance in real time. In any way, is this like Doge for LA? And do you think that there is rampant fraud in your city?
Well, we have tremendous waste. Some of that is fraud, some of it's incompetence, and some of it is people using the system with all the loopholes it has to benefit themselves and not help others. What we need is transparency and accountability. And some of that transparency comes from providing a resource for all Angelenos to know exactly what's going on in their city, report every single issue, understand every permit that's outstanding, understand every construction project that's underway, and what we are doing and whether or not it's on budget and on time. And we haven't been doing that. I know from running a public company for a decade that transparency and accountability is possible regardless of scale. And that's what we need to do in this city. We have to do better.
Spencer Pratt has his own thoughts about fixing fraud in LA. Let's take a quick listen.
As your mayor, I will get your damn money back. I will audit every city program. Every department is going to show us all of their books. We will have forensic auditors come in and track down every last dollar. We have the money. It's just being stolen. It's like the inverse Robin Hood. Government is stealing from you and making themselves rich.
Mr. Miller, would you support auditing every city program?
Well, we need more audits, but let's face it, Spencer Pratt has never managed anything. We're talking about a mayor that has 44 departments, 50,000 employees, in a $15 billion budget. We can't give it to somebody that has no experience operating and no experience managing a budget other than losing money. We need somebody that actually knows how to run things and get things done. So yes, we need independent audits. Yes, we need better management of the funds that we have. But we also need somebody that actually knows how to optimize budgets and get things done. Because again, it's not just fraud. There's a tremendous amount of waste because of inefficiency in the government. And we need somebody that could come in and clean up that waste and reallocate those funds to the things that people care about, which are essentially public safety and infrastructure and solving this homeless epidemic.
Yeah, let me ask you, we are now less than 3 days from the primary, polls showing a very tight race between Mayor Bass, Councilwoman Rahman, and Spencer Pratt, essentially. How is your vision for the future of LA different than these three? What is the single thing that sets you apart?
Experience, 35 years of executive experience managing corporations and nonprofits and getting real results. I've educated millions of people, created thousands of jobs, kept thousands of Angelenos off the streets through our prevention programs, helped literally tens of thousands of people recover from disasters with Team Rubicon. Nobody else comes anywhere close to that level of experience. And the polls don't show this. The reality is that only 150,000 votes will get somebody into the runoff. And that is entirely achievable by all the candidates, which is why it's such a close race. And we'll see what happens 4 days from now.
All right, Los Angeles mayoral candidate Adam Miller, appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.